In money matters, the rand is weaker so far today, having jumped more than 1% in the previous session. Markets are still waiting for direction from U.S. inflation data out on Wednesday that could shed some light on the Federal Reserve's interest rate path. Wayne McCurrie is FNB Wealth and Investments Portfolio Manager. He joins us now to take a look at the latest market moves. Wayne, thank you very much for your time. So the rand is trading below the 19 rand to the dollar mark, but is sluggish. So talk us through the factors influencing trade there.
Well, look, I suppose the rand has strengthened quite a bit from above the 19 level, but we're not going to get a full direction of the rand until, as you said earlier on, we find out the direction of U.S. interest rates. If they're going to fall or they're at the peak and they're going to fall sometime in the next year or so, the rand will probably strengthen from this level, but I think it's going to stay, let's call it the 1850 to 19 level until maybe the end of the year, beginning of next year. But then hopefully we will actually have a period of sustained rand strength after that as the world's economy recovers and commodity prices go up.
Platinum shares are down. The platinum price is struggling to hold above that $900 an ounce. What's driving moves there?
Well, look, it's all about the global slowdown, and especially the slowdown in China. I mean, we're going through a very normal commodity price slowdown in a high interest rate and high inflation world. So what's happening now is not unusual at all. But as I mentioned earlier on, if interest rates are cut, the global economy will recover, including China and India, the big demand countries for commodities. And then hopefully we have a little bit of an upcycle and we get a recovery in all commodity prices, which will be very, very good for South Africa.
Let's take a look at news from Discovery. They've posted a voluntary trading statement for the year ended 30 June 2023. What are the numbers looking like?
The numbers actually look quite good. Look, you've got to understand, any life assurer, there's a lot of assumptions that they use in getting to the numbers, and it's sometimes very difficult to understand. But they say their headline earnings, as per accounting norms, is up between 8 and 10%, but then they give their own core earnings or sustainable earnings where they essentially don't take movements in interest rates into account in calculating their profits. And they said that was going to be up, I think, 25 to 30%. And the market has reacted positively to this, and the Discovery share, last time I looked, up about 4%.
Okay. Blue Label Telecoms wants to bring in a new strategic investor into mobile operator Cell C. Is it a good idea considering the current slump the company finds itself in?
Well, I don't think they've got an option. They need money desperately. I mean, since Blue Label went into Cell C, that's just taken any spare cash that they've had. They've taken out massive loans because essentially Cell C isn't a viable business in its current state. I mean, all it does is just absorb cash. It's literally pouring money into a big hole. So they have to find another investor to try and get the company on the right path. It's actually been a very, very bad investment decision on Blue Label's part to go into Cell C.
Momentum Metropolitan Holdings has agreed to buy OUTsurance's remaining stake in RMI Investments Managers Group. Talk us through the specs.
Well, RMI Investment Managers was when the old Rand Merchant Bank Investment Holdings went and bought strategic stakes in relatively small boutique niche asset management groups, and Momentum was part of that. So they're really just buying out that because Rand Merchant Investment Holdings, you know, they've done a lot of unbundling and they're restructuring within that group.
Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Wayne McCurrie, FNB Wealth and Investments Portfolio Manager.